Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you've ever been here, welcome. It's Journey to Find Kay, and this is Kay, and I just wanted to drop a couple of videos right quick. It's going to be a two-part video just because I have limits on how long I can upload, and the original video I had for this that took me like an hour and a half to edit was long. The reason why I am doing a video is because this subject has been weighing on my heart recently, and it's been this drama within the Muckbang community. Everybody, as you may know, or if you don't know, two beautiful black queens of the Muckbang community have been kind of having a little bit of a riff. We had Eat with Q, who had said some things about how her collab with BLOVES was uncomfortable, and she had opened up about it. It's been about 6 months since that collab, and she opened up about it and has been receiving a lot of heat for what she had said. She did two videos. She did a video with herself. She did a video with her sister talking about this situation, and just basically stating that when she did this collab, she felt uncomfortable. She felt that it was a horrible collab. She felt like she was treated as if it was just a business transaction. Then you go to BLOVES. They made their responses on her children's channel, and they addressed some of the things that Q had stated in her video. Now, as somebody who subscribes to them both, loves them both, I enjoy watching people eat because, again, I eat through them. As the Cacao Avocado says, who I do enjoy watching, we eat through them. So seeing this drama going on was fairly upsetting, but what really upset me was this stand culture and canceled culture that we are seeing in this community a lot. And the reason why I say that is because, and why it bothers me so much, and this is just going to be this part of the video. I have two parts. I'm going to talk about, in this part though, why I believe that everyone needs to take a step back, put themselves in Q's shoes, and understand that not everybody feels and reacts the same way as you would. Everybody is coming at her saying, if this is how you felt, you should have did this. If this was the case, you should have did this. Why did you do this? And the reason why I say that bothers me is because as a person, how you feel is valid. No matter what. You may disagree with her. You may state that you believe that Q is not being completely honest in how she feels. That's how you feel. But we cannot force how we feel on somebody else and swear to goodness that that's what it's supposed to be. If you feel a certain type of way about a situation and other people may not, no matter what, if they do not agree with you, your feelings are still valid. The entire time she was stating in her video was that this was how she felt. These are her feelings. And yet the first thing everybody does is you should have did this if that's how you felt. We cannot put our values and beliefs on somebody else. We cannot expect them to behave the way we would behave in any type of situation. We can't. I'm not Q, you're not Q, Q is Q. So the way that she felt she handled this situation, to her, was correct. The way that she feels is valid. And that's just point blank, period. We might not agree with how she feels, but those are her feelings. Me, as just a lowly YouTuber who's just starting, I don't know these people. But what I do know is from what I see and what they tell me as a viewer. And when Q came out with this video, the biggest thing that she was saying was these are her feelings, and she was addressing some questions that she had received. Now, we might not agree with how she did it. We might not agree with the way that this came about. But again, we cannot push our feelings, our behaviors onto somebody else. Perfect example. She stated that she felt uncomfortable as soon as she walked into the actual city. They went to a Kroger. She felt uncomfortable. As a black woman who has been in those situations and have gone to different locations out here with a Kroger, what we call fries, and have seen people, the way they side-eyed me, look at me as a black female with dreads, I'm judged, and I feel judged. Now, if I went to another person and they said, oh, I didn't feel that way, I can't be mad at them for not feeling that. But I'm going to feel some type of way. And those are my feelings. So when she was turned a little bit by BLOVES when she brought that up, you got to understand that's her feelings and those are her experiences. And sometimes as people, we just want to feel heard and empathized. She felt uncomfortable as soon as she walked in the door because of that. Also, we have to remember, we are not each other. We were not raised the same way as Tom, this and that person. She was raised that if you had a guest in your home, you came out and you greeted that guest. So was I. I was raised that way. I was raised when a guest came into our home, I came out of my room and made sure I said hello. And if you did not, that was inhospitable. Hospitality is subjective. This whole situation where they're throwing out, we were hospitable. That is subjective to each person. Now, in my heart, I feel they were being hospitable because I can understand on their side, that is how they are. And that's what I need everyone to really sit down and think about, is put yourself in that person's shoes. Try to understand where these people are coming from when they voice these concerns and these feelings. Instead of jumping on this bandwagon of, oh, they had receipts, which I don't agree with that. When I saw those receipts, all I saw was a person who might have been hurting, who might have been trying to reach out to somebody who she saw as her idol. Well, not really her idol, but someone she looked up to. We heard in their video that she wanted this mentorship. She hung around BLOVES. She wanted to be around her because she's trying to get that mentorship. She's trying to get that feeling that she had when she thought she was coming in and she was going to feel, because like she said in her video, it's portrayed that way. So she wants to sit here and get to know this woman and build this bond and rapport with her. So that is a dud to me. I expect that. Now, what I can say is in my feelings, in my beliefs, I do not believe she should have took that woman's money if she was feeling some type of way. But again, I'm not Q, we are not Q, and we are not in her situation. We do not know what her finances looked like. We do not know what was going on for her to keep that money. So how are we to judge her on her actions? Because we are not her. We judge, we always do. We're human beings. But I'm telling everyone to kind of sit back and think about it on the other side. You're raised different. We all were. We all have different behaviors. We have different feelings. And just because her feelings do not fit what you would do, her actions don't fit what you would do, does not make her feelings invalid. It does not make her crazy because you do not believe that's what she should have did. Because we're not her. What we do is different. Everybody moves differently. You always hear that saying, we move different. Everybody moves different. You might not agree with the way people move, the way they feel about certain situations, but you cannot sit there and tell somebody that that's not valid. For her to get on this video and say something, to use her platform to say something, is it a business move? Is she trying to make some money? Of course. Of course, that's YouTube. Everything that YouTube does is making money. Whatever you're doing for YouTube is making money. So I'm not saying that's not valid. I can't say that that's something that she wasn't trying to do. I don't know. But what I can say is from what she stated in her video, what her sister stated in the video, I don't care about no apology afterwards. She stated and kept repeating that she was uncomfortable. She didn't feel good being there. Who are we to tell her? That's not okay. That's not right. Just because you throw out examples of how you feel you're being hospitable, that doesn't matter. To you, you feel hospitable. You're being hospitable. But hospitality is subjective. So you might feel that way, but she doesn't. Who's to say that you're both incorrect? Who are we to say that either one of you, the way you're feeling, is incorrect? We can't. So instead of sitting here and saying receipts, which I don't know, I saw someone who was trying to reach out, felt some type of way, was there. We can't tell her what to do, what she should have did, because we're not there. But I can tell you, as someone who deals with social anxiety, someone who deals with feeling judged or feeling some type of way about people sometimes or from people sometimes, I doubt myself. I take time and really think, am I tripping? And if I don't think I'm tripping, I give that person another chance. Or if I do think I'm tripping, I give that person another chance. So I see those receipts as showing her trying. Because we didn't see a lot, honey. We didn't. We saw 2 dates in particular. We saw, oh, well, she unfollowed us about 6 weeks after the collab on Instagram. We saw those text messages, which were about 6 weeks apart. No real communication in between, was there? Was there any after? We don't know. But what we can't say is that she was being fake and phony when we really don't know what she was feeling in her heart. As people, we need to calm it down, quit jumping on whose narrative, whose bandwagon fits our feelings or what we would do. Because we're not everybody, and not everybody is us. Who are we to tell somebody that their feelings are not valid? Who are we to say you were fake and phony because you contacted whoop-de-whoop if you felt something? We can't tell nobody how to do anything on how they felt, especially when we weren't in that situation. Because I know if I leave it like this and say, have you ever had a situation where you met somebody, first impression wasn't cool, maybe you're tripping, so you keep giving them that chance, thinking maybe I was wrong, and you kept interacting with that person, but then come to find out that's just not what you want. That's just not how you feel. That's just not it. And that's what I kind of see here. Do I think shit could have been handled way different? Of course, everybody does. But I'm, again, not Q, and I cannot put my beliefs, my values, my feelings of, or what I think she should have did onto her. Just like I can't put how I think BLOVES and them should have handled it on them. Because I'm not them. Because at the end of the day, if you step back and you look at it, you can see BLOVES family feels that they were being hospitable and nice. They feel that. And who am I to say they're not? They weren't. I don't know. Feel that. Those feelings are valid just as much as Q feels they weren't. And her feelings are valid. So I'm tired of seeing everybody in the comments, you liar, you did this. We don't know none of that. Who are we to judge off of just their 2 stories on their feelings? I want everyone to take away from this, instead of jumping on to, oh, my feelings are right, your feelings aren't right, this is what I would have did if this was me. We're not these people. Because if you did something different than somebody else would you want them talking crap to you about you should have did this and that? That don't feel good. Because at the end of the day, how I feel, how Q feels, how B feels is valid. And we are nobody to sit there and tell them that it's not. Period. So remember that whenever you see someone and they're like, I felt this type of way, instead of being dismissive, sit down and actually put yourself in that person's shoes. Be empathetic. Try to understand where they're coming from. Feelings, no matter who has them, are valid. And who are we to tell them they're not? Who are we to push our beliefs on somebody else? Who are we to do that? We can't be oppressed and try to leave this oppression by doing what our oppressors do to us. And if you don't understand what that means, then you need to think about it. Because these 2 queens, both of them, both their feelings are valid. And I will support both of them, even after my second video. So stay tuned, part 2.